Yo, what is up? What is going on, people? What is popping? What is going on? Just want to
What's
say
up,
thank
people?
you for coming in. My host Roberto is in the house. We got I Love Food in the house. Thank you for coming in. I guess they're the only one here right now. I got four people watching.
Not used to that, but we gotta flex every flavor, I guess.
Yeah, well, hopefully more people will come in as the show goes on. It's all good. You know how we do it. But Roberto, how you doing today, man?
I'm all good, man. I don't know, just it's just a weird day for me. I can't say I'm happy or sad or
Really?
just weird day. Yeah, weird day.
Talk to your boy. What's going on? How can I help you? What can I do to make you feel better?
Well, it's this, I appreciate your effort to try and make me feel better, but it's not even so much that. It's just that
Is it your fantasy team killing you? That's what hurting
I won't lie. It's a good part of it.
you.
It's a very good part of it. I tried to get into a hockey fantasy, and they did a randomizer 3 times with I think 12 people. Where do you think I ended up? 3 times.
Where'd you end?
Last, second to last, and last.
Damn, that
I
sucks.
Yeah, man. I the way I left that league ferocious. They couldn't understand. So I said, you guys want to see what's happening in my football world? I'm not used to this, man. You can't expect me to be able to behave normally with these numbers I have with my name. This has never happened. I think this happened maybe the first or second year of being in this fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
Anzo, I don't gloat or nothing. But for whatever reason, I seem to hold my own every year in that fantasy. If I'm not first, I'm in the top three. Now I am looking up, not even thinking I'm making the playoffs in week 5. Is that fucking sad or what?
It is. It is.
And the
But
only guy below me is the guy I squeaked the win over. I can't even believe I did. I looked at his team and I'm like, how did I beat him?
Just had one of those weeks. Had a good week, brother.
Oh my God.
So tell the
What's up,
people about your
Commander?
channel. What's going on with your show, bro?
My show's just taking a little pause for now, man, because I feel like time is becoming an issue and it's affecting my relationship, because either I got to cut down on activities and give more love to YouTube, or cut down on YouTube and give more love to activities that, I'm trying to
Mm-hmm.
balance it out. And right now, have no choice but to chill on the YouTube, but it's only for a minute. What's
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
Mama Bear?
Yeah. And I think I know why. You know what I mean? You go and playing golf every fucking Saturday instead of doing square one with us like you're supposed to be doing. But
I
I
hope
get it.
this Saturday it got canceled. Last Saturday I was there. So momentum was on my side up until Mr. Comic Chat got busy. And it happens. It happens. But it
But
was a gorgeous sunny day that I was.
that's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say. I recall you saying that it's a sunny day. It's golfing. So
Where do
you
we
were.
live, Anzo? Where do we live? We live in 4 seasons, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a matter of a month before them golf clubs are just catching spider webs. So we're just trying to get our fun in. COVID brought this love to the game because we couldn't play anything else. And that's it, man. You get to meet a lot of good people playing golf. I'll tell you that much.
I feel you. I feel you. You go every weekend or?
I try, but like I said, man, our weather is so unpredictable that every week the days we plan to play is the week that it rains. It's like washing a car.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful on the days that it says it's going to rain. And the day it's going to be sunny, they say it's going to be sunny. Sure enough, it rains. So,
Absolutely.
I got all kinds of negative forces all around me just trying to pull me back. But I'm just dealing with it like an episode. It's only for a moment.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So
Drop shop.
what up, Drop Shot? What up, Mum Bear? What up? I said I love food already. That glad you guys can make it. Um, did have a top did have a topic today. It was gonna be the Dave Chappelle stuff, you know what I mean? but unfortunately, Roberto didn't get a chance to watch it yet. So we're just gonna have to wing it, man. We're just gonna have to wing it.
I think, you know what? I think we should still hit it. Just because I didn't watch it doesn't mean I don't have an idea. Maybe it's better this way because I only took the rebellion of it, you know,
Mm-hmm,
how
mm-hmm.
everybody's turning on him. And the clip that they showed kind of made me say, like Arsenio,
Which clip did you see?
the one where he was talking about the woman who wrote all the Harry Potter books,
Okay.
how she feels about the transgenders, and something along the lines where he agrees with her.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all they showed. And then they showed the backlash to him agreeing with her.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the same thing that I was addressing, how it's becoming the total opposite of how it used to be, where they were bullied before, they have become the bullies. If
Mm-hmm.
it's not their way, if it's not their thought, something's wrong with you. You're the enemy now. You need to be called out. You need to be belittled. And I feel like a defender of those people being belittled.
Yeah. To me, I'm just like, when did jokes become so fucked up? You know what
Offensive.
I mean? Like
Offensive.
offensive to everybody. Like guys making jokes, right? But he also, what I think irks people about Dave Chappelle is that he speaks a lot of facts when he talks
He
about
speaks his
the stuff.
mind.
When he talk, no, not just his mind.
Be
He
it
speaks
facts, he
facts.
speaks his mind because there's a lot of people who don't have the cojones to speak facts or their mind onto. He does. So that's the way I'm just saying how he expresses himself. He speaks his mind because not a lot of people have the balls to do it. That's all I mean. So you are 100% right. He speaks facts. They don't
Yeah,
like it.
there have been a few that have done it, but they've kind of tailored off in the past couple of
Yeah,
um
there could be thousands, but to be on his stage, there's not thousands.
no, no, but I'm talking about big ones like Chris Rock, Chris Tucker, and all those. When you watch their comedy special, they went out, they spoke facts. They didn't offend as much as he does, right? But the point is, like
Do they have the
for
same platform today as he does?
as Dave
Chris
Chappelle,
Rock. Yeah, I
mm,
think
if he comes up with something, it kicks off
for me,
absolutely.
Chris Rock is old. When you start doing serious movies, you're a comedian. You're old, man. You're old. You ain't funny no more. I'm sorry.
His stand up wasn't that good either, but I mean a lot of them weren't, right? His wasn't. Chris Tucker's wasn't funny. Um,
He's old too.
Omar Epps, not Omar Epps. Mike Epps, his was trash. You know, the only one that was actually funny was Cat Williams. The recent one, the other new ones that came out, Cat Williams was the only one that was funny. Even Dave Chappelle's, it wasn't funny. Like I didn't laugh as much as I thought I would, but I haven't laughed at his jokes in the last maybe three comedy specials that he's done. But it's because the way he talks, what he talks about, what he
He's
says.
more talking about subjects and shit more than jokes.
Right. So, for example, one of his first jokes was about the baby, right? So he's like, "Oh, you know, they want to cancel the baby." So he was like, "The baby," and he's like, "This is a true story, but the baby shot and killed a dude, right? A black dude, and his career was fine." And then he's like, "But the minute he said something about gays, you know what I mean?" So he's like, "So what am I trying to say here?" He's like, "It's okay to kill a nigger, but if you say something bad about the community, you get canceled." You know what I mean? And those are the things that he says in
But
his
is this not so?
no, it is so. Absolutely.
Okay, so that's what I mean. If it's so, then why is everybody all mad? Isn't that what happened?
Yeah, but people don't like to hear the truth.
But they caused the truth, so why wouldn't they want to hear it? Like if I won a race, I want people to say I won the race. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't
No,
understand. Like you fight for a cause, but yet you don't want the cause to be heard.
you know, and then a lot of the other things he was talking about, he said how, he's talking about how the LGBT, their movement, he's like, yo, you guys movement went fast, you know what I mean? He's like, I
Mm.
guess the black people, we should have been baby oiling ourselves up and putting on little boom pooty shorts, maybe we would have got a freedom 100 years earlier, right? So he says things like that in his comedy, which people just don't like to hear. But like I said, he speaks a lot of facts, right? Because I remember reading an article a couple of months ago, and they basically said that movement has went way faster than black people getting rights and stuff like that, and it's just crazy to me. It's just crazy to
All
me.
I want to know is who are these people? Are these people the Democrats? Are they the Republicans? Who are they?
It's
Who
just
are the
it's
people
just
that?
masses, bro. The masses,
Yeah, I
people in
know, but
general.
they're where do they meet to come up with these rules and regulations to hold the CRTC accountable and the Actors Guild accountable? Who, where, how do, like, when they make a law,
Hmm.
they all gather like in the House of Commons here in the Parliament, and they all gather in the White House or wherever in the states, and they, 100 people sitting in a room, and they pass a law, and they either all agree on it or they don't. It's there for the public to see. These people are making all kinds. When I say these people, I mean these people because I don't know who they are. So I hope I'm not offending anybody. But these people who are making these decisions, where are they making these decisions? Where could anybody go and hear these things being addressed and them being put into play? By who?
But it's not like that though. It's people start date. It's just about people making a fuss on internet or social media, bro. That's what it's about. It's not like people are getting in a room and saying, "Well, this is this and this is that and this can't be said and this can't be said." No, it's something said, and a group of people, the LGBT community, one person says, "Oh, Dave Chappelle," and then they all follow behind, and then once that happens, there's an outcry. So
So
they've
it's a
been trying
wave
to get
thing.
it.
It's a wave thing.
More or less, yeah, you know what I mean. But the other thing too, it's not the majority, it's the minority. But the fact that their voices are the loudest, that's why they get actions done quicker than anybody else does. You know what I mean?
There's big money in that community.
Yeah, of course.
Big
Absolutely.
money in that community.
Absolutely.
Money talks, yo.
Absolutely. That's exactly what it's about. So Dave Chappelle is that's why it's hard to really talk about it because you haven't watched it yet, but it's not that funny, but it's genius. You know what I mean? It's absolutely genius.
But by you saying it's genius, are you offending some people? Because are both sides of the platform seeing it as genius, or is someone offended in this? Obviously, someone's offended because it's getting a bunch of fucking notice
But
because of it.
everyone he's done so far has offended them, right? And it's because he talks about transgenders a lot, right? So in the comedy, they've been calling him um
A hater,
not a hater, transgender
xenophobe.
phobe, yeah, whatever. Yeah, like he's a he doesn't like transgenders, right? But he talks about a story at the end where one of his friends was a transgender woman, and he gave her an opportunity. She wanted to be stand up. Her name was Daphne, wanted to be stand up, and he actually put her on stage, stuff like that, tells the whole story. And then he ends up talking about how she killed herself because she was defending him, right? Like when he did the sticks and stones, they were lashing out on him again. She was defending him and she got a lot of shit and she ended up killing herself. You know what I mean?
Shit.
So those are the type of things but to me, again, at the end of the day, the man is just trying to entertain people, but he's not just trying to be funny, but he's also trying to educate as well. You know what I mean? And these are the things that we shouldn't be trying to cancel people for. Like, it's ridiculous. Man, I wonder what would happen when some of these, and if they haven't done it already, when they go back and watch Eddie Murphy's Delirious, or when they
Forget
go
Eddie
back and
Murphy.
watch
Richard Pryor.
Richard
Watch
Pryor,
Richard
Eddie
Pryor.
Murphy, you know what I mean?
Richard Pryor is vulgar. He's funny. He's telling his stories. He's telling his upbringings the way he was. So who is anybody to say anything, right?
Yeah, but I don't think Richard Pryor has went after the gay community like
No, but
Eddie
he
Murphy did.
makes his comments. They don't even like to be called, the F word.
Hmm.
He uses that a lot.
But yeah, but you know Eddie Murphy. Woo 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 woo. Pull over, pull. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah. It's just
you
a
know what I
little
mean?
further in time, you know.
You know what I mean? When you talk about the Mr. T, hey boy, you look mighty good in them jeans. You know what I
You
mean?
know.
Like when they get a hold of that, they're gonna try to cancel this man so quick. But he's already come out and has apologized for the things that he said on his comedy. And I'm like, listen, man, I don't think anybody should have to be apologize for trying to be funny. The problem is that people think because they're making these jokes that this is the way that they feel, like this is how they are in their real life. It's ridiculous to me. It's just dumb. You know, I could sit here and I can make little jokes and I can, but you got to be careful what you say because you can offend people. And I say it all the time. I can go on Facebook, right? And I can write the N word a million times, and nothing. The minute I write that F word, I am banned for 7 days or 30 days or however long. You know what I mean? And that's just fucked up to me. It's fucked up to me, right? Because they're both derogatory words, but yet one is more accepted than the other. Is it because we as black people ain't fighting as hard to get that word removed? Is it because we use the word all the time? Like, what is the reason? You know what I mean? What is the reason why I can do that? I can go right now. I can show you. I'm going to write on my Facebook. Look, Roberto, I'm going to write on my Facebook right now. And you tell me. Yeah, honestly, I'm just going to write the word. All right, nigga, on my Facebook. And we'll see how long this shit stays up.
On your page.
Yep. Boom. Posted it right then and there. I know some of you in the chat here are friends with me on Facebook, so you can go see that I did it because I ain't capping. Now, I'm not going to post the other word because I will get banned. It has happened to me, right? That's how I know. So I posted that. Yeah, that's how I know. I can't remember what I said. I was talking
Yeah,
about
but
someone,
you see,
and I
they're
was like,
looking
oh,
at
this.
this and they're saying he's probably hailing out his boys. I want to know what happens if you put that ER up in there.
I'll
What
do it.
happens? You put
I'll
the
adjust
ER,
it.
and that's like you're gonna have some black people reacting. What's up with that, Anto?
I'll adjust it. Yeah. And I bet you I wake up tomorrow and I'm still there. I got no community strikes, no guidelines, no nothing. It won't be taken down, nothing. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. But the minute I do the F1, the minute I press send on the F1, I'm getting a community strike right away.
Are you serious?
Yeah, right away. As soon as you do it, they don't wait. As soon as you write it down, this is offensive to the community, and you're going to be banned for 7 days from Facebook. It's happened to me. I wasn't even talking about a homosexual or anything like that. I was calling a dude. I'm like, yo, this at F, blah, 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 blah. And boom, blocked, cut off, taken down, banned, 7 days. I think it was 7 days or 30 days. I can't remember. Could have been 30 days, though, because it was a long time I was banned for that
Did
shit.
you take it down? Because it's gone.
Is it?
Yeah.
Let me refresh. No, I still see it.
I don't see it.
You don't see it on my page?
I see me and you on the head of your page.
What do you mean?
The first post is us live.
Oh, really?
I saw it before. I click refresh to see if you changed it to ER, and then it was gone.
Hold on. I'm going to show you. I'll share
It's
my
gone.
screen.
No, I believe you, but I don't see it. Maybe nobody else sees it, but you see it.
Where? I'll have to share this one. See right here?
Okay.
Still there?
Let me see if I could do mine.
It's funny that I didn't get anything saying anything about it, but yeah, I was just testing, see if it works. Still on my screen. Maybe they blocked it for anybody else, but I know it's still on my page. And usually I would get something to say that I was blocked or whatever. But if they do that, then okay, that I could deal with. You know what I mean? At least they're fucking. At least they're they're stopping people from see the word. Maybe they didn't ban me because I'm black, and I wouldn't suggest a white person do it to see what happens to them. But maybe they didn't like cut me off because I'm a black dude that said it, right? But
I'm trying to share, but didn't work.
it's okay. Matt said it's not there either. So they probably did block people from seeing it. Okay.
Is that funny or what? You see it on yours and we don't see it.
I didn't see it. Yeah, someone else was saying they didn't see it either. Oh, okay. So now what if I do with
See
the
what Food said?
NA?
Food said
Who?
change your profile picture to a white guy. See what happens.
Good question. So now I'm gonna put the with the NA and let's see if that one stays or gets changed. So anybody in the chat that's checking out my profile, go check it out and tell me if that's still up there.
It's there now.
You see it?
Yeah.
Okay. So just keep refreshing it and see if it goes. Because it seems to me like the one with the NA is more acceptable than the one with the ER. But
You
at the
didn't put
same
ER.
time, pardon me?
You didn't put ER, did you?
No, the first one.
No, it was NIGGA. That's what I saw.
Yeah, and then I switched it to the ER.
It never switched on my side.
Really?
Yeah, it just stayed AH, and then I click refresh, and it was gone.
Okay, so probably when it was gone is because I switched it.
That's it, probably.
Yeah, so you still see it there now?
Yeah, it's just someone's writing a comment. I want to see what they're writing. Oh, I
That's
see it
interesting.
now.
It's an interesting test to do, you know? Now
It
I
is.
guarantee.
I click refresh. It's still there.
Yeah, it's still there. The NA is not going to go anywhere. Oh, now I
Really?
see it. Yeah, it's not going to go anywhere. That's going to stay. The ER, they take it off. That's fine, right? It should be a trigger word anyways, right? Because when I do my YouTube stuff, I have trigger words, so I don't let the ER pass either. So if anyone types the one with ER in the chat, it should not go through, right? It should not go through because I put it in the banned words. So that should be a banned word. I'm fine with that. Okay, no problem. But I also think the one with the A should be banned too. That's just my opinion.
I wonder if you write it in Pig Latin if they come after you.
And should try it.
Those are some tests, huh?
I think it'll be fine because it's Pig Latin and they probably won't be able to, the algorithm won't be able to catch it, right? So, because it's not somebody, it's the algorithm, it's the computer. They're going searching for these things all the time.
They can't monitor all the subscribers. That's like, fuck, what kind of a workforce would they have?
Right. So it's keywords, right? That's the keyword. So you write that one, boom, they take it off your page right away. They don't ban you for it, obviously, because I didn't get banned for it. But again, maybe it's because I'm black. But at the end of the day, if it is the algorithm, they're not checking to see if I'm black or not.
And if it is the algorithm, why the fuck are they banning people who are posting stuff that's posted on Facebook already?
That I have no idea why they do that.
It's insane. You put it on my thing, I share it, and you ban me for sharing it?
Mm-hmm.
Is that entrapment or what?
I don't know if they ban the other person either, right?
But if they ban them, how the hell did it come on my page?
That's good. Oh yeah, your community post goes against. Here, I got it here. That's the that's the nigger one. Yeah, with the ER.
Because nigga's still rolling.
It says the support. Yeah, okay, it doesn't show here, but it did say it goes against community standards, and it says only you can see it. But again, I didn't get banned, right? If I were to say the F one, not only would it get taken down. What up, Michael St. Martin? What's going on, brother? Glad you can make it.
I'll be right back. Hold on.
Yeah. So as I was saying, though, if I were to put the F one, you know, I would get taken down and I would get banned. So I didn't get banned for putting the ER one there, but it did get taken down. So at least I'm good with that. You know, at least I'm good with that they won't allow the ER to be put on Facebook. but I don't think the EA should be allowed either, right? I guess it's because we glorify it ourselves. That's why they let it slide, because saw the Facebook post and popped in. Yeah, man, I appreciate you popping in. You don't know, Mr. St. Martin. We just chilling over here right now. I was doing a little test, by putting the N word with EA and ER on Facebook to see what they would do. So they actually banned the ER one. They blocked it. They didn't ban me, but they blocked it. And the one with the A is still there. So double standards, I guess. Like I said, there was a one time I did a post and I used the F word, and right as I sent it, I got a community guideline strike, and then they banned me from the Facebook for I think it was 7 days or 30 days. I want to say 7 days though. I want to say 7 days, not 30 days, but it's what happens, man. And I think it's unfair, right? And this is the kind of stuff that Dave Chappelle was talking about in his Comedy Central, in his closer, right? In the stand-up. This is what he was talking about. What he was saying straight up is, when you get the full message, is that, hey, what up, Shifty Gizm? What's going on? What do you mean your shift? Not Shifty Giz, I'm sorry. Philosophical Pickle. What do you mean your shift? Happens here too, no? If you're talking about YouTube, Michael, yes, it does. You have to be very careful of what you say on YouTube as well, right? If I were to say the F word on that and I'm monetized, right, they would put it right away. Boom. Your stream is limited, because they wouldn't have all the ads that I could generate funds from. The ads would be limited. So you have to be careful with the words you say on Facebook, on YouTube too. To be careful what you talk about, the topics that you talk about. I put a comment before that. Oh, you did? My bad. I don't see it though. Did you write something that has to be? Yeah, because I don't see your comment here. I have to go to the channel and check it out and see what you wrote, because I'm always listening to the O.O.C in the last hours of my shift every Wednesday. I love hearing the stuff you guys decide to talk about. I see it here. I don't see it in my stream here. That's weird. But I do appreciate that, man. I'm glad. I've been trying to get you on, right? So, but you said Wednesdays is hard for you. Kyrie is live on IG right now. Ooh. Really?
Yo.
What's up, man?
So what I miss?
No, I was just responding to Pickle where he said because it's not in the chat there, but it says that he's always watching the stuff and listening to what we have to say. So I was like, I appreciate it. And then I just found out that Kyrie is live on Instagram right now.
So what do you think about that guy?
Ooh. Shit. Hey man, I'm at the no, it's because on one hand I understand. You know what? Since he's talking about some shit that let's see what he's saying.
You can't be on both sides. You can't be like, yo, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do this. No, make a choice. Like, stand with everybody. It's all good. It's all good if you at peace, with the world. But I'm not gonna continue to be at odds with myself and my own beliefs and what I stand on.
He's getting it off his chest. We should have him on the show,
or people don't see it. You know what I'm saying? And I just continue to pray for all those out there that have lost people to the pandemic, to COVID. I continue to pray for all those that are dealing with things in their lives that they can't handle it or don't have, the ability to speak up, or they don't have the people around them to support what they're doing, or, they don't have everything that they could possibly want, to make an ideal life. I'm very fortunate that I get a chance to go do a bunch of these to inspire, you know, countless individuals, but it's not just about this. You know, sometimes I got to be able to use my voice, use my mind, use my heart to let people know, like, I'm here as a beacon of light. You know, I'm here as a beacon to be used, you know, with God. I'm a messenger. You know, I'm not going to go beyond my means and speak on things I don't know about. But one thing I'm not going to tolerate is standing around while I'm watching, you know, people like do things around me that that are very questionable. You know, if it was just about, you know, just ball or just about the craft, and that would be cool. Like, we had that conversation. But this is about real life and real choices that people are faced with. Thousands, hundreds of thousands, almost millions of people are deciding to be unvaccinated. Millions of people are being vaccinated. There should not be a divide here. We should be accommodated equally. We should be accommodated equally. There's so much that we can do for one another to help, but to demonize one another and judge and continue to point the finger and be like, yo, you should do this. Like, think about what that puts a person, what type of position that puts the person in. You backing them up against the wall to, you know, make a decision out of fear, out of having anxiety, or they just don't know. So I'm sorry that y'all had to witness like all of this being torn down around me, and I'm sorry that y'all, you know, you guys had to hear that I'm anti this or anti that without hearing it from me. It's a time where you just gotta really just say, yo, F this. I'm gonna say, yo, it's up to me now. It's up to me, and I'm always gonna remain safe around people, you know, because this is the times that we're in. We're in very, very, very strange, crazy times. You gotta think rationally. Use your logic, not your emotions. Everybody wants to speak from emotions. Everybody wants to speak like they know. Everybody wants to speak like they're conscious, like they're woke. And I've actually been that dude, you know, speaking constantly, trying to, you know, put my ideas on people and trying to wake them up and trying to force thoughts on them. And that wasn't the right way to go. That wasn't the right delivery. You know, I could have my beliefs, but that doesn't mean I have to have everybody believe what I think, that I have to convince everybody this is the right choice. That's not the way to go. Like, I've said some of the dumbest things in my life. Like, I've made so many mistakes before, and I have to be okay with making those mistakes in the public eye, you know, and that's not always a comfortable position, but it is what it is, you know, and I'm responsible for that influence, and I'm responsible for my life as a mature individual, but I'm not going to continue to dance around, you know, these issues like it's not going on in our world either. You know, but I'm damn sure not going to judge you if you have a different opinion to me. I'm going to listen to you. I'm going to download it. I'm going to let you speak. I'm going to listen intentfully, and I'm going to do it in a way where we can both come out of it with an understanding. And the youth are always watching. You know, they're always watching us grown folk. You know, like,
what up, Flash?
Always, always, always watching. And if we don't take a stand now, they're gonna think it's cool to just be at odds with one another, beefing with one another over thoughts and who's doing what in comparison and all these other things, you know, like, and I didn't come here to go like deep into semantics and stuff. I just came here to use logic. I'm not gonna use my emotions and you know, continue to like,
yeah, King David, like, that's what we're watching.
Overspeak or overthink this. You know, like, I'm standing for peace, and I respect all walks of life, no matter who you are. I respect you. You're gonna do what's best for you, and I respect you and I love you. That's just who I am. You don't have to feel the same way, but I'm gonna love you. Like, we have so many different individuals out here doing so many great things. And then we also have the other side where people need resources to therapy and to counseling and help. And they're growing up in families where, you know, they're in the middle of the projects, they're in the middle of the hood, they're in the, you know, on reservations, and they didn't have a chance to be able to make it out of their situation. You know, like,
yeah, chill. I'm gonna go back to the beginning and check it out.
Now isn't the time to be divided. Now is the time to come together even more so. You know, come together through respect, mutual love. You know, I respect all the doctors, all the physicians working hard, working diligently, you know, trying to find a answer to all this too. You know, like the times that we're in, I show nothing but respect to them. They're working hard to get out the information, working hard to make sure we stay safe, and I respect it. I respect them, and I love what they're doing. But now is not the time to be divided and use me as an example that I don't want to be used as. So I'm thinking clearly. I'm thinking logically. I'm not thinking with emotions. I'm gonna keep saying that because you gotta make these convictions yourself. Like I gotta make these myself. Because it's gonna continue to revolve around this and that. And yo, you're gonna lose out on money and you're gonna lose out on this. Like, so what? It's not about the money, baby. It's not always about the money. It's about choosing what's best for you. You think I really want to lose money? You think I really want to give up on my dream to go after a championship?
No.
You think I really just want to give up my job? You think I really just want to sit at home and not go after the things with my teammates that I've been able to grow with, to learn that it takes sacrifice in this space? Because we could be easily at home chilling with our families, but we're choosing to go out there and perform. You know, and even in that job, like that's a dream come true. I've been working on that since I was in 4th grade. You think I want to give up my livelihood because of a mandate, because I don't have accommodations, because I'm unvaccinated? Come on. I'm not going to be used as a person in this agenda. You know, like I'm not even going to speak on that. I'm just saying, like, it should not be divided amongst all of us. It should just be understood and respected. And mind you, once again, I'm going to repeat, this is not about the Nets. It's not about the organization. It's not about the NBA. It's not politics. It's not any one thing that I'm pinpointing here. It's just about the freedom of what I want to do.
Did you guys lose sound? I don't hear anything. Hold on.
Yeah, we lost sound.
You did, eh?
Yeah.
Oh. Maybe it was him. Oh, shit. Yeah, he did. Let me bring it back. So what do you think so far?
Well, he's not really saying anything new to the matter. Like, you know, I agree with him. Everyone's, you know, I was one of those people who didn't take their shots either. I only took it like, what, 2 months ago? So I wanted to, you know, I was under the same thing like him. Like, don't preach to me. Don't tell me. I didn't tell you when to go do your shot. I didn't tell you if you should do your shot. Don't tell me to do mine and question me if I am. It's almost falling in line with politics and religion, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because one of the subjects I wanted to have on our show, I think it was the day we talked about the xenophobes and all that. I wanted to do them against us, or backs against non-backs. Because no matter where you go, that conversation comes up. They're either talking about the results in the hospitals. 99% of the people that are going in are non-vaxxed. Yeah. Or it's people asking you if you've been vaccinated and telling you all the reasons why you should be.
Mm-hmm. I think he's back. He's having issues. I don't know.
Smokable vaccine? Yeah, he's got to be from uptown.
And Flash said, I agree with what he's saying. I respect him. He's a good person. I hate that the media is trying to say he's a villain or whatever. Listen, man.
He has villain ways. You got to admit it, Flash. That's why, you know, I call it the klepto act. Remember, Nzo?
Uh-huh. Yeah. I like to say this, though. You know, and I hate to say it, but this is a guy that used to think, and I don't know if he still thinks it, but he was thinking that, the earth was flat. You know what I mean? So I know there's a few people that believe that as well. You know, Poe believes that as well. But at the end of the day, you're allowed to believe that. You can believe whatever you want to believe. That's your choice, you know. But now, do I think it's wrong that you know, they won't let him practice. They won't let him play with the team because he's not vaccinated. I mean, it's his personal opinion, man. He doesn't want to get vaccinated, right? And the thing is that if everybody else is vaccinated, then who's he really putting at risk?
But here's my thing. Who's causing all this static? Is it the NBA? Is it the Nets? Or is it Kyrie? Because if this guy is okay with not getting paid, he doesn't want to get his vax, and he's okay sitting at home, losing out on 47 games, being paid. Who is Stephen A. or any of us to say anything about this man? You know what I mean, Nzo? Who are we to say anything? If he's okay with it, why are all these people calling him out? Oh, he's a superstar? Yeah, but if he is not protesting, I should play even though I don't have my shots. If he's not doing that, then why should he get the backlash like he is? You know what I mean? He's not being rebellious and saying, listen, F you guys, I'm playing without my shots. Try and stop me. Try and stop me. Then I can understand why he's getting all that backlash. But this man is just saying, you know, I'm making my decision. That's why I'm saying it's us versus them. This is what they're trying to do. If the commercials won't get them to get vaxxed, if the lotteries won't get them vaxxed, we're going to turn their own people against them to get vaxxed. We're going to turn their employers against them to get vaxxed. And that's wrong, man. That's wrong.
Are you on the record of believing the Earth is a sphere? Yes, yes, I am on that record, Shumwanger. I don't believe the Earth is flat. I just don't. I don't.
You know what's even more fucked up, Shumwanger, with this mandate? Oh, sorry, go ahead, Arthur.
No, I was just reading what he said. Go ahead.
What's even more fucked up with this mandate, the fact that he can't play in his home arena, but he can play in California. And at the time, Wiggins, who hadn't been vaccinated, who now is forced, he has one, so he can play half the games. I don't know. I don't even know how that works, right? But Wiggins couldn't play in California, but he could play all the games in New York. How does that make any fucking sense? Well, who agreed on that?
Well, you see, first off, that's the thing. Different states have different rules, right? It's not like a...
I understand that. I understand that fully. But this doesn't make any sense that he can't play in New York unvaccinated, but he can play in California that has the same regulations as New York, and he's not vaccinated. Why could he play in California and he can't play in New York? Did COVID tell them something we don't know?
Well, they obviously don't have the same regulations, if that's the
case. They do.
But
same mandate.
But he can't play anywhere, though. The NBA.
No, he can play everywhere except New York.
No, the NBA banned him from playing. The NBA banned him from playing anywhere.
When did that happen?
Like 2 days ago. They banned him from practicing. They banned him from the facility.
Banned him from practicing. That was the Nets banned him from practicing, wasn't it?
Right, but the NBA banned him from everything now. If he doesn't get vaccinated, he has to stay home.
Okay.
Can't play any.
Okay, prior to the NBA making that rule existed for a while, that he would not be able to play in New York, but he could play in California. Wiggins can play in New York, but he can't play in California. And to me, that makes absolutely no sense. And all of those sports guys were saying the same fucking thing. How does that make any sense? Like, do these guys have private meetings with COVID, and COVID gives them some, classified information that when you sit at a table, I won't get up. But if you walk to the bathroom, I might jump around and infect other people. Where do they get these fucking things?
I just wanted to say real quickly, kindly off topic, but I turned 16 yesterday. Happy belated birthday, Flash. Much appreciated.
16, Flash, and you're taking all these curses up in here.
The rule has nothing to do with health. Happy belated birthday, Flash. Thank you. Each state can regulate their own restrictions. Yeah, exactly. California and New York will have events that require acts to travel to their states, so it helps the state save money.
Now that makes sense. That makes sense, but they won't say that. We got some inside information from the Chillmonger.
I don't know, man. I'm just saying. Actually, Chillmonger's from Toronto, and if you want to come in on the second hour, Chillmonger, let me know. I'll send you the link. You know, but
they got the NBA team, so they get inside scoop, man. You got shit in Montreal to get scoops.
It's just at the end of the day, I know he wants to, doesn't care about the money. I'd kind of care about the money though. You know what I mean? Not only just the money though, right? It's not just the money. It's you're letting your team down. Kevin Durant and you both sat down before the season started 2 years ago and said, we're going to team up and we're going to do this together and we're going to go and we're going to win a championship, right? So who knows what Kevin Durant would have done if he knew this shit was going to happen? You know what I mean? Would he have went to the Nets? Would he have stayed in Golden State? You know what I mean? So when someone takes a chance on you, I believe you got to return that favor. And I get it. You don't want to do it. But when you're on this team and you're trying to win a championship, I think you bite the bullet for your team.
Yeah. And he won't be able to play anywhere else with this kind of momentum that's gathering, because I watch that shit every day. First Take.
Mm-hmm.
And when they hit the NBA segment, it's all about Kyrie. Even though this is probably going to be one of the most exciting NBA seasons in a very long time, Kyrie is stealing all the attention, yo.
This NBA season is gonna be trash.
That's your opinion.
It's gonna be trash, bro. Like I want to sit there and fucking see the Nets and the Lakers make it to the finals and defeat all these teams and blah blah.
I don't think it's gonna be that easy.
Yeah,
the Lakers, those guys are gonna have to plan their season out accordingly, because a lot of that shit's gonna be sitting on the sidelines. Fucking old man crew. Whoa, yeah. You want to put some money on that? Nzo, if I'm going to make a bet on the NBA, that's the one bet I'll take. The longevity of the Lakers. You want to make that bet?
I'll take that bet.
I bet you those two teams don't end up in the finals, and I'll give you whatever odds you want.
The Nets and the Lakers are not in the finals?
That's not the finals.
That's not the finals. I take that bet, bro.
You guys got it live right here on the O.O.C.
Just remember the last time you said the Lakers aren't going to win the championship. The Lakers aren't this. You guys are, and the Lakers won that year. So this year,
I don't think so.
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah. We got square one to talk about it.
AD went down that year.
No, the year before that. The year they won.
That wasn't the year we were talking about it. That year I was telling you.
No, okay, the year we won.
Go back, pull up the tapes.
I will. The year they won, you were sitting there. There was one stream, and you guys were like, "Oh, you guys are calling the Lakers championships already. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it." And me and Donnie were like, "Yo, they're going to win it. They're going to win it." And he's like, "I know they're not." And they won that year. I remember completely.
You could glorify it till I see the tape. I ain't giving that smile you have right now any credit.
It's okay. It's there.
If that was the case, you guys would never let me forget that.
I will.
And you're a Laker hater too. So how you were glorifying that?
Because I wasn't glorifying it. I was saying they were going to win.
You're glorifying it now. I never seen you smile so hard.
Yeah, because I was right. You know what I mean? I don't want to go out and say anything.
You're right until you show me that tape, man.
That's fine. I will send it to you. I will look when we get off here tonight. I will look for that fucking stream, and it's gonna be a long time to look for it. I will find it and I will send it to you. It's a square one episode, 100%. And you were going off on that episode, like you guys are giving the Lakers it now. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. And blah, blah, and they're like, okay. What up, K-Dots? Thank you guys for popping in. I want to get to the beginning of this, though. Like, I want to hear what he says at the beginning of this live, but once it's live and done, I don't think I can go back to it, right? Unfortunately, because I really want to know what he was saying at the beginning of it, because someone said that they called him, he was calling the media guys puppets, right? So I guess he's talking about Stephen A. Smith and stuff like that, but I don't really like Stephen A. Smith anymore. He's getting on my nerves, you know?
Yeah, the show's getting a little weak. I won't lie.
What up, Michael? Peace out, Michael.
Topics are strong.
I guess, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I think that he should take it.
Peace out, Mr. St. Martin.
That's just my opinion. I think he should take it. I think he should bite the bullet. You have wait, hold on. Let's go back to this bet, right? Now, if Kyrie is playing, then yes, they're going to the finals. But I'm not sure he's going to see them play. That's the issue. That's the issue that I have with the bet. But I will bet you that the Lakers will be there.
Okay, I'll take that bet.
All right. So bet that I say the Lakers will be in the finals.
If you told me the Nets, I would be more worried than the Lakers.
Well, I would if Kyrie wasn't doing this bullshit, I'd feel no problem.
I think just with Durant, just those two alone, they could do it, yo. They have a good bench.
Durant and who?
And
Harden.
If they could stay healthy.
I like
because
Harden.
Harden played on one leg and they almost beat Milwaukee.
I like Harden, but he has no defensive whatsoever. He doesn't play defense, and he's going to be an issue. I think they need Kyrie in there to level things out. Never mentioned Stephen A. by name, but said they were calling him unintelligent, anti-vax, and more names before he even got on the podium. Well, that's the thing, right? I mean, it's because, and this is the thing that we talk about a lot of time, just because you don't want to get vaccinated doesn't mean you're anti-vax, though. Right? I don't want to get vaxxed, but it doesn't mean I'm anti-vax. Doesn't mean I give a shit whether Roberto got it, Danny got it, or whoever got it. I don't care. It's just for me, I don't want to get it. Right? And that's the problem. It's like when you don't want to do something, it's like, oh, you're anti-vax and you're this and you're that, and we've been having the same.
You shouldn't have to justify it either why you haven't taken it.
Right.
That's nobody's business.
Absolutely. And we've been having the discussion like recently because of the picture you showed me, the Superman, right? And Roberto doesn't really do pop culture. When he sent me that picture, that shit is going around, right? Where Superman's son is bisexual. We've been having this issue and we've been talking about it for a while. And we've been talking about how, I don't care that they did it, but at the end of the day, these are comic books and kids are getting involved in this. And I think we should be more respectful of what we're showing our kids, whether it's homosexual sexuality or kids or man and woman sexuality. I do think we should be careful with that. Why?
Because that could be a sensitive issue as well.
I am worried about that, bro. I am worried about that.
Everything
to be honest with you,
is sensio, everything.
Yeah. No. I feel it. Well, and to be honest with you, I kind of agreed with some of the things Yello said, right? I do. And I'll get into that in a second, what I agreed with. But there was also some R. Kelly stuff where it was like, oh, he needs to go, he needs to be banned, right? And this and that, don't listen to his music and stuff like that. So my thing is, so should we ban everybody? Should we ban all the movies that Harvey Weinstein made? Should we ban any movie that Amber Heard is in? Should we ban any movie that Woody Allen had done? You know what I mean? Like, if that's the case, then we should be banning Elvis Presley. Then we should be banning all of these things. You know what I mean? So now, on the other hand, when it came to the gay stuff that we were talking about, I had a question for you. And I wish Donnie was here because I would have asked him that question too. So who you go play golf with every weekend? One of your boys, right? Mm-hmm. Good friend of yours?
Hockey boys, yeah.
No. Good friend. Or just someone you just hang out with, like
the guys I've been playing hockey with for like 15 years. Good,
All right. So let's just say it's a good friend. Let's say he's close to you, like Rock was. Right? Mm-hmm. Say that. So one day you go on to play golf with him, and he says, Roberto, I got something to tell you, man. I need to get this off of my chest, but I've been dating a dude for like a year now, and I've always kind of known, but I'm just now able to come out and tell you because you're my boy. Calls you next week and says, let's go play golf. You still going?
Why not?
Okay. That's the question I have. So he would still be the same friend to you that he was before he told you?
Yes. And as long as he respects that I am happily married, and that thought has never crossed my mind. So don't pass it over this way. It's respect for respect. And that's how I roll. I don't pay your bills. I don't live in your house. I don't live your life. Who am I to judge you? As long as you don't bring it on me, I have no problem with it. And the only reason I jumped on thing last week, it's not the subject. It's because when Danny spoke his piece about how he felt about that guy sitting beside him playing cards, he jumped on him and insulted him. And that's when I went off. Telling him that's some stupid thoughts. Yo, that's insulting. I don't even want to go there. I don't even want to go there.
No,
because I could easily say that his thoughts are stupid as well. That's just my opinion. There's no fact about it. You know, opinions aren't addressed anymore because if your opinion is not theirs, then there's something wrong with you.
Okay, but do you understand? I think this is what he was getting at, though. Do you understand that kind of thinking is racist?
I don't think
homophobic.
Let me ask you this, Nzo.
So no. I'll ask you. Let me ask you first. A white man says, "I'm not playing cards with this guy because he's black." Is that racist?
Yeah, because he's not playing with me because I'm black.
Right. So but that's the question. That's what he said to Danny. He's like, you wouldn't play cards with this guy because he's gay. It's the same thing.
And you won't sit beside him. He didn't say he said play cards. He said, I won't sit beside him. That's what I heard.
No.
He said, would you sit beside the guy, play cards with him? And then after there was all this dick in your mouth and shit like that.
It was the same
beside
thing.
Him?
No.
Danny said, I heard Danny say, I would work with a guy who's gay. I would do whatever with a guy who's gay. As long as he respects my values, he can do what he wants.
I get it.
When Danny said he doesn't want to sit next to a guy, that's his choice. If Danny comes out and says it outright, then he's asking for problems.
But that's why Danny wasn't going to sit beside him, because he was gay. So what I'm saying is, if someone of a white dude says, I'm not going to sit beside this guy because he's black, that's the same thing.
But you know what I would ask Danny? I would ask him this question. You're sitting beside that guy, right? The man on the left of you tells you, Danny, that guy on your right, he's gay. Would you get up and leave? I would have posed it like that. And if he got up and left, that's racist, Danny.
I'm not calling out Danny.
No, I'm saying, let's say Barry. Let's say Barry, if the guy's name is Barry, so Danny doesn't think we're talking about him.
Right.
The guy's name is Barry, and you address the fact that, you're going to leave only because of the fact that you know this guy is something that bothers you. That's a racist thought. Why does it change? But my question to you is, if I'm sitting there and no one asks me and I don't tell anybody, would you know that I'm racist?
No, but it doesn't change the fact that you are.
Yeah, I know, but nothing comes of it, right? I leave, I come back the next week, I play cards, we play. You can only know once I let you know, right? If I don't want to let you know, then I'm somewhat of a closet racist. I feel like I like playing cards with you guys, and I know if I tell you I'm a racist, you won't. Why would I be there with you? You're black. If I'm racist.
But that's the thing. They wouldn't be there. That's the thing that it is. They wouldn't be there, right? So my thing is, if you're gonna say that if a white man says he's not gonna play cards with you because he's a black man, and then you say you're not gonna do that because someone else is gay, it's the same thing. It's the exact same thing.
I don't think it's the exact same thing.
How is it not? How is it not, though, Roberto? How is that not the same thing? How is it? Because his
actions are. You're right. His actions are. But I don't see okay, go ahead. Because there's racists who will speak out, and there's silent racists. Now, if I'm racist against a black, he doesn't have to tell me he's black. I could see him coming to sit here. I could easily get up before he even sits down. Right. But unless this guy comes over all flamboyant, hey, do you mind if I sit here? How's Danny going to know if the guy's gay? Unless somebody tells him, right?
That's the next question, right? Because you play hockey with a bunch of guys, right? You don't know what they do behind closed doors.
They say 1 in 10.
Right.
They say 1 in 10.
Right.
But if he ain't coming out, nobody's asking. But if you have
no one's gonna know, right?
If you have tendencies, you will get called out.
Right, you won't know, right? And yeah, the tendencies too, right? But there's a lot of them because I used to work with one,
like that football player.
Unless he told me, I would have
being coached by the racist.
Oh yeah,
that guy Nabeeb. Came out.
Right.
Imagine what he went through.
Right. Exactly. You know, and that's my point. This is what I'm saying. So I'm not sitting here and saying, like, I'm not saying Danny's racist or anybody is racist. No, not at all. Not at all. I'm not calling anybody racist. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that the mentality.
Look like he's calling Danny a racist because I'm trying to defend Danny here.
Absolutely not. I'm just saying. I'm just saying the thinking is the same. You know what I mean? If that's the case, right? I don't think Danny would care anyways, right? Because he said he's been through that. He don't care, so he understands. But my thing is, if you're gonna call a spade is a spade, right? So if you're gonna say you're not gonna do, if a white man says he's not gonna play cards with you because he's black, that's racist. That's what I'm saying. So that's why I kind of agreed with, to the point, a little bit with what Yello was saying, right? Because I don't care what people do in their life. Hey man, you may be in trouble one day.
Not what he said, it's how he said it. And that's the main thing in life. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. He could have easily addressed it the way you addressed it, but he chose to belittle Danny's thoughts. And that doesn't solve anything. If anything, it makes people irate. Because I'm going to bash your opinion, your judgment, and make you feel like you're stupid because you don't think the same way as me. Me and you be fighting every day, Nzo, if that was the case, right?
Yeah.
You have to respect a man's opinion. You don't have to agree with him, but you're not supposed to belittle him at the same time, man.
I don't.
He has a point.
No, I don't. You see, the thing is, it's the way he talks. I don't think he was really trying to belittle anybody. But you're right. When you tell somebody your way of thinking is stupid, that's kind of disrespectful. I can agree with that, right? But I don't think he meant it in that kind of a disrespectful way. You know what I mean? He was just trying to say, like, I think that's stupid way to think, you know. So I don't really think he was trying to belittle Donnie or anything, or you or anyone. Oh, looks like Roberto froze. I'm here talking to myself. Wow. I think I'm talking to myself. Yeah, look at this shit. And look at the pose, too. Watch this. Oh shit, it's okay. You know, I love Danny. Danny's my boy. You know what I mean? He knows that, you know, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. I wouldn't be on YouTube at all. I give him all the respect in the world. You know, I'm just saying at the end of the day, I don't care if that's how he thinks or that's what he wants to. Still my boy. He has his right to in that opinion. I just understand where Yello was saying that it is kind of a racist thought. And I completely understand that. Because like I said, I've worked where I sat right beside a guy. I didn't even know he was gay until he actually told me. I don't even remember how the conversation came up, but it ended up coming up. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever. You know what I mean? And if you watched him walk or you've seen him, you would never know unless he told you, right? So that's why I asked Roberto that question, because I'm like, you play hockey and there's like, what, 24 man, right? Maybe, well, I don't know how he plays if you have subs or whatever, but maybe it's just the 5 on the ice and then the other 5, right? So maybe the 5 on one side and 5 on the other, that's 10 people, right? Out of those 10 people, you don't know if one of them is gay, because even though he may have a wife and a kid, and you may have met his wife and a kid, you still at the end of the day have no idea what this guy does behind closed doors. I'm gonna tell you a story, all right? And okay, so I'm gonna tell you a story. I ain't gonna say no names, but I'm gonna tell a story. I used to talk to this girl. You got jokes, huh? Oh, you're watching? Like some of my gateway issues have returned. It's okay, bro. When you get in, it should come back. I know it's Videotron and it'll come off for a bit and then you'll come back in, right? But Yello thinks everything is racist. Well, I wouldn't say everything, but you know, as long as someone is a good person, kind and respectful, that's what matters to me. I agree with you 100%, Dustin. So let me tell you a story. All right. I used to talk to a girl. All right. You know, I mean, dealing with this girl, whatever, go check her by her house one day. She gets a call from one of her friends, you know, and her friend's like, oh, yeah, you know, blah, 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 looking for a man or whatever, and this and that. So I said, hey, I can hook you up with one of my friends, you know? So I call up my boy and I'm like, yo, so and so wants to speak to you, whatever, you know, looking for. It's like, okay, cool, boom. He gets the number. They have conversations. So one day I go back over to the girl's house, you know what I mean? And we're chilling, we're talking. She's on three-way with the girls talking to my boy, right? And I don't remember how the conversation came up, but it came up to where talking about guys in closet and whatever, and we'll do certain things, you know what I mean? And I'm like, nah, that's not true, man. That's not true. Guys, you know what I mean? They ain't gonna be doing stuff like that. And she's like, oh yeah, I bet your boy would. And I'm like, no, he would not. No. I'm like, I know this guy. I was in elementary with this guy. I know this guy, right? It's like I know Roberto. Like I know this guy. I'm like, he calls me up and we're talking about girls all the time. So she says, watch this. Have you been hearing the story so far, Roberto?
Nope, my shit went completely down, man.
Okay, so I'm telling a story about, and I just got to close to the beginning, but I'm telling a story about one of my boys, right?
Okay.
Because I was saying, like, you play hockey. How many guys? 10 guys, 5 on each team? Or do you have,
There's
like, guys
20
that come
guys.
in and off? Okay, so 20 guys. That's what I was saying. So if 20 guys you're playing with, so I was saying you don't know if one of those 20 guys is gay, no matter what, even if they have wife and kids and you could have met the kids and went out and
I
ate
think
with
there's
them.
2 or 3 of them in there.
Right, right. So you still wouldn't know, right? Unless they actually came out and tell you, you can have your suspicions, but unless they tell you, you don't know, right? So my story was at a friend. I was talking to this girl at a friend, and I hooked him up. Long story short, I hooked him up with a girl, one of her friends. So we were having a conversation one day when I went to the house, and it was about I can't remember how it came up, but it was about guys in the closet and guys doing things behind back, and you know, and I'm like, she's like, guys do that all the time. I'm like, nah, man, if a guy is straight, whatever, you know what I mean? I know I ain't doing that shit. And then she was like, but your boy would. And I'm like, nah, man, that's my boy. I know my boy. Like, you know, we grew up together. We talk about girls all the time. That's my boy. He ain't doing that shit. So she calls him on three-way. And I'm sitting in the kitchen listening, right? I'm sitting there, girl I'm talking to sitting there, and she's on the phone. And she's talking sex stuff come up. She's like, this and that. I want to do this and that. And he's like, yeah, man, we got to link up. We got to do this. We got to do that. And then she says something to like, but I like to use, you know, I like to use dildos and stuff like that. You know, he's like, oh, yeah, man. Hey, man, I'll fuck you with the dildo and stuff like that. And she's like, can I fuck you with it? And he was like, yeah, you can. So I'm like, what? Wait a minute, what? No, you know, because we're on three-way and the muted. So I'm like, what the fuck? What did I hear? No, right? She goes further, right? So she says, yeah, man, you know, I have a friend. We could do a threesome and this and that and this and that. And he's gay, right? He's gay. You know, you do me and he'll do you. And my boy was like, interesting.
Teach their own.
But that the point of the story was that's why I'm saying you never fucking know.
No. But
you know what I mean?
when it comes to sex, there's a lot of outlandish shit out there, you know.
Yes, I know.
There's some guys who like to take the strap but date women. Imagine that.
Absolutely,
like to,
absolutely,
you know?
100%. And not only that too, because I know he would only date women. I at least I think that, whatever. But the fact that he would do something like that, I was like, because for me, it was like when he said interesting, it was like, well, he didn't say yes. But then I had to think about it if that was told to me. I'd have been like, nah, so that no make it. You know what I mean? I'd have been
the
like,
patois coming out there a little bit. Nah, stop.
That no make it, man. No. I'd be like, I guess I ain't hitting that then. You know what I mean? And I would have been no from the dildo stuff. Like I'd be like, nah, bro. Like I don't even want your hand close to my butthole. Like much less you gonna try and put something up in there. Nah, it doesn't work that way. What's up, Lunga? How you doing, man?
Right.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So my point was, you never know who is next to you, right? And I'm on the belief, as long as you're a good person, I don't give a fuck what people do behind their closed doors. But did this change my views of him? Absolutely not. Came by a couple weeks later, we won the split, watched some football, whatever. Never brought it up, never said anything, and it was just like nothing. You know what I mean? But I kind of know you kind of freaky now. You know what I mean?
You didn't tell me I was on that tree way.
Nah,
That's the
bro.
way you roll. That's the
Nah,
way you roll.
nah, bro.
Because that would be invasive. That would be like dirty shit. Why you
Right.
tree-weighing me, man?
Right. You know what I mean? You're
Yeah,
like,
that's dirty. You handle that, right?
like, why would you do something like that? You know what I mean? What the hell? And I'm like, bro, because I figured you would prove my point. You know what I mean? That's why I was like, I would have done it, because I figured you would have proved my point, but he didn't do it. No, we didn't talk about John Gruden yet, but hey, man, if you want to talk about it, I can send you the link, no problem. I'm pretty sure we're all up to date on that information.
That was like, I was just reacting to the first email. And then I come in the next day, and as I told you, I watched that first take, and I heard about the New York Times, and I was like, holy shit.
Well, what do you think?
I was hoping that it went so deep into the Washington investigation that
they would have fired
Snyder would have had to sell the team. That's what I was hoping was going to come out of this. But in all honesty, he is one man of many in this, huh? I hope all the many feel the wrath too, because they're in the closets. That shit's been going on for 7 years, man.
You see,
that's a lot of fucking emails.
Chillmonger. I didn't see that. All right, Chillmonger, I sent it you, and I'll send it quicker. But you see, this is the thing, and this is the exact same thing that we were talking about earlier. Do we really think that it's only him?
No. You got to send an email to somebody. And unfortunately, there's paper trails with emails. Ain't that right, you Republicans with Hillary?
Well, no one's saying that who we sent the email to. For those of you who don't know, he's the coach of the Raiders who he had to resign because they found emails of him calling a black dude, saying he had big lips.
Tire
lips, right. What's up, Tim? He was saying that women should not be referees. He was saying, actually, we were sending pictures.
Oh, the commissioner, the F word.
Yeah, he called him the F word and not the fuck word, the other F word, and pussy and stuff like that. So he said a lot of things, man, in those emails. But my thing is, emails go two ways, right? So where you're telling me he said all these things, but the coach of the Washington or whoever he was sending them to didn't say anything as well? I kind of find that weird, because I'm like, listen, and it's a fact, right? Me and Roberto are sitting in a privacy and we talking about certain things, right? We may say certain things that if we said on this shit would get us canceled. What's up, Chillmonger? How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. I can't stay, but there was one thing I wanted to add to what Roberto was saying. Hello, Roberto. Nice to meet you.
What's up? Nice meeting you as well. Respect.
There was a point where Kyrie Irving kind of brought up earlier, and I want to add to what he's saying. He didn't do anything. He never agreed to a condition or a term in his contract that said you must inject yourself with some vaccine that was invented last year. He's taking inaction. He's default right now by not doing anything. The city made a mandate. Okay, cool. Then now it's the team, the Brooklyn Nets or the NBA, one of the two, who are saying
both of them.
They're both saying that you got to do this to contribute to play even in the away games. Everyone around Kyrie Irving is the one making the moves, and he's like, actually, no, I never agreed to any of this. It isn't normal to inject yourself with something when the fatality rate of the virus itself isn't even 1% for his age demographic. Make that very clear when we're talking on YouTube, that his age demographic, his fitness, there's so many positives going for him that this really isn't a scary virus for him. I don't even know if he got it. Maybe he already tested positive and he has an immunity, like a natural immunity, which has been proven to be 10 times more or 13 times more effective than someone who gets their vaccine. Like you have a much more better chance of not getting it again. And he's just like not screaming. He's not saying like Roberto said, I'm going to those games anyways. He's just watching. And one thing he said earlier before you started watching was he's not quitting. Those are rumors that he's gonna give up on the game of basketball.
I knew that was a lie. I knew that. I seen the post where it's like Kyrie Irving is announcing his retirement. I'm like, that's bullshit. You know, I mean, that wasn't real. I didn't believe that.
When you're so close-minded and you think that the NBA is the only place where you can play basketball, or else that's it. That means he's retiring. Then that's what you're gonna think. But he has options everywhere else.
Absolutely, and I agree with you, man. If he doesn't want to do it, like, you can't be forcing people to do. And like I said earlier, if everybody in the NBA is vaccinated and he's not, who's at risk? You know what I mean?
It depends what you think the vaccines do. If you believe that it gives you immunity, then like you're saying, Nzo, then who's really at risk?
Right. And I know it doesn't give you immunity, but even if they get sick, they're not going to be hospitalized. You know what I mean? It's to at least.
Yeah, they have spike protein antibodies inside them, so the severity of their illness.
It's like having a flu, right? If they catch it.
Honestly, it's a $1 billion corporation. Have the man get tested on a daily basis, and that should be enough. I don't know why that's not enough.
I agree with you.
I was going to say this is Andrew Wiggins' fault because he was someone who was, he gave his religious exemption that was denied. And he's like, all right, fine. He rolled up his sleeves and he did it. So now they're like, oh, we can coerce these guys? Okay, Kyrie, vaccination or not? And he's like the guy who is not going to take it. I'm pretty confident in, he'll stick to his principles, especially after that live stream. He did say something, though, that was like, I need time to make my decision. And when he said that, I'm like, oh, you need time to make your decision, eh? Does that mean you're going to change your mind? Or like, what's going on? But then he also said stuff like, I'm standing up for people who don't have the chance. And I'm like, okay, well, then he wouldn't go back on his word for that.
Right. And I'm with you. I don't think he's going to do it because he already said, he's like, you think I want to lose the millions of dollars, but it's not about the money, right? And if it's not about the money, and we already know he's probably well off anyways, he got sponsors, unless they take all the sponsors away from him, which they won't. You know what I mean? They won't take the sponsors away from him. And it's all about just the millions he's going to lose playing the NBA. I get it. It's a lot of money, but I'm pretty sure he's okay with money.
He probably owns his property a couple of
right.
years. Yeah.
Right. I'm pretty sure he's okay with money. So I do agree with you. I don't think he's going to do it. But what do you think about him letting his teammates down, though?
I wouldn't say he's letting his teammates down. I would say the Brooklyn Nets are letting his teammates down. The building policy is letting his teammates down. He's not taking any action at all other than living his life normally as scheduled. I know that's the way that it's being framed. I think Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, all due respect to him, I disagree, but he was framing it as, we got to look at it as being there for your teammates to get, because athletes are team oriented. They're gonna
right.
I disagree with it because it's something you're putting inside yourself. I can't get past the the injection part of it. That's a personal choice.
Absolutely, I agree with you 100%. But I do also agree with kind of the putting the teammates down, especially like the way he got to the team. You know what I mean? It was like him and Kevin Durant, they're going to team up. They're going to do this, right? And now because you don't want to do something, you're putting Kevin Durant's decision and, his chance of winning a championship in jeopardy, and I just think that, I'd be like, yo, bro, like I came here because this is what we talked about doing. You wanted to do this with me. You know what I mean? And now it's like,
I think it's more Harding. Harding's the only one who doesn't have a championship.
True, but Kevin Durant and Kyrie, they talked about going to the Nets before.
I think they talked about beating down LeBron. That's what I think.
Well, yeah, they were planning. They were the minute
Batman
he left
and Robin.
State,
that's what they called him, no?
Yeah, the minute. Oh, okay, Lunga, no problem. The minute Kevin Durant decided to leave Golden State, it was him and Kyrie talking to team up. You know what I mean? So I just feel like you're kind of putting. I do agree he shouldn't be forced to do it, right? And the fact that they're telling him he can't play or else get vaccinated, I agree with that. That's fucked up. But at the same time, you also got to be like, you know what? Maybe I'm letting my teammates down. Maybe I'm letting Kyrie down. Kevin Durant down. You know. Hold on, I'm looking for you, Lunga. There we go. That's just my opinion, though. But at the end of the day, I'm. Oh, Jim Lunga left already. Did he say bye?
T-shirt. He said in a private chat.
Oh, I start work 20 minutes. So I gotta go.
He
No
got
problem.
The T-shirt. He got the icon. He got everything with that star globe banana thing there.
What do you mean?
His icon.
Chillmonger's icon?
Yeah.
Oh,
he had it on his T-shirt. He has it everywhere, huh?
He's from Toronto.
Okay.
He was in Toronto. And he was actually on Disney Plus on a show there, right? They show little clips of YouTubers and then he's on there. Lunga, what's up,
what up,
man?
guys? How you doing, guys?
How you doing?
Thank you for having me.
Good. No problem. Thanks for coming.
I'm not gonna stay too long. I just heard you guys talking about this, and I wanted to chime in real quick,
sure,
if I could on it. I mean, I am of the philosophy, even though I think it's socially irresponsible, but I'm in the philosophy if someone doesn't want to get the vaccine, they shouldn't be forced to get it. Now, what I'm talking about force, I'm talking about by law, by country, by government, that kind of stuff. Every employer, though, has their own things. You know what I mean? They have their own things. And when we're talking about entertainment, sports, if you see these guys' contracts for all different types of sports, there's a million things in their things that they can't do. Like, they can't go water skiing in the off season. They can't do this kind of stuff because they're worth a lot of money to the team, and it costs the team a lot of money if they're out, if they're not playing, if something stops them from being able to perform. And if you want to look at just at the base level, we're not talking about him infecting everybody, but if he doesn't get the vaccine and he gets it and he gets sick and he's out 2 weeks, it can hurt the team. And it's the same thing, just like all the other stuff that they're doing. And I get it. People want to stand up for their personal rights and this and that, but you know what? When you're making that kind of money and you're joining something like this, you know that there's going to be a lot of things in contracts and a lot of things that are expected that you can't do that normal people can. And that's the price of getting paid a ton of money to play a game. At the end of the day, I mean, that's what it is. You know what I mean? You give up a lot of these freedoms during your, let's be fair, for most people, short career. In most athletes, what are we talking? 10 years, 12 years,
Yeah.
Depending on the skill set, yeah.
Right.
And the sport, right? Because football players.
Yeah, football's even less.
Yeah.
I think it's like a 5-year average or something like that for football players.
For a running back, 4 years.
Yeah,
even less, right.
Yeah.
So, you give up a lot of freedoms for that short period of time to make that money and do what you love to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, at my point, it's like, dude, I get it. You want to stand up, you want to make a point. Just get the fucking vaccine, make your money, play the game for whatever years you have left, and then you do whatever the hell you want. It's that's the only thing I have an issue with it. And that's why I could say, you know what? He might be letting the team down. He might be letting the city down by doing this. Not because it's your social duty to get vaccinated. No, motherfucker, you're a player, and you know what? There's a lot of shit you can't do because you're too much money to the team, and you can cost the team money if you're not playing. So you need to do this as a requirement of being a member of the team.
And you know what? I agree with you 100%. I did say that. I'm like, if you're making this kind of money, I want the money, bro. Like, if it's like you got to take a vaccine or lose $35 million, hey, man, put that in my arm right now, right here. And not only that, like I said, is him and Kevin Durant talked in the offseason, right? And they made this plan to go to the Nets and build a championship team. And right now, Kevin Durant is thinking like, bro, I came here because we decided to do this shit together.
Right.
And now you're not fucking taking the vaccine and you're ruining my chance.
And now
to win
you're
a
taking some social media fucking stance like, no, I'm not doing it because it's my rights and sense. Okay, but dude, what you're doing is in a sense is just a protest. That's all you're doing. You're doing a protest and you're doing it at the expense of your team.
I agree.
That's the issue I have. And again, it's not about a social thing. It's not about me saying he should do it because he's putting people in danger. No, it's not that. It's just literally, no, bro, you're a professional ball player. And the city and the team expect you to be there and play and expect you to be there and play per whatever requirements are required to do that.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
It's no different than having a background check at some jobs,
Right.
No, if you have a lot of cash, how much do you need? As much as I can get. I'm
Again,
just
You gotta
saying.
look at how
Yeah,
much
yeah.
property does he own, how many
Right.
kids does he have, and
Right, and I look at it not even like saying like, oh, if you're getting this money, because obviously he's fine. He probably doesn't need the money, right?
Right.
He's okay. I get it. It's not even that it's about the money. It's about is that you made a commitment to this team. You know what I mean? You made a commitment to it, and you're in a profession that you should have known, regardless of the money. You know that you're in a profession that only 1% of people can actually attain.
Dude, right.
And you're getting paid, even though the money doesn't matter. The fact is, you're afforded a lifestyle that most people in the world are not afforded because of your talents and being skills. Meaning, there's a trade-off. You have to give up some shit during your time to get that.
And you're absolutely right. And it even goes to with like some of these actors and actresses where they go on Twitter and they just post whatever the fuck they want to post. And then when they get canceled, it's like, oh, I can't believe I got canceled.
I can't believe I got canceled. Right.
Well, you said some shit. You should know better.
I tell you right now. They're like, we know obviously the Gina Carano's, okay?
Right.
And we know of, I forgot her name, no one is playing Shuri, the actress, Letitia.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, yeah, everyone look at them and they're like they're in a minority. Listen, I can tell you right now, even though Hollywood's very liberal, there's probably a lot of people in Hollywood that agree with them.
Facts.
But you know what? They're like, no, I want to keep working.
Right.
I'm not going on Twitter saying this dumb shit because I want to keep going.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's not worth my time. I'll do what I need to do in private for myself.
Right.
Be it take it or not take it or whatever the case is. But I don't need to be all over social media talking about stuff because my career is more important to me than this.
Absolutely.
I'll be calling up Kyrie. You got my bills and shit? Because if you do, I got you, son.
Yeah.
If not,
that's another.
man, what you doing?
Yeah. But that's another trade-off situation. You know, if you're in that kind of profession, you're in Hollywood. You know what? If you want to keep you got to make a choice: free speech or your career. Which one you want?
Facts. 100%. And that's the thing, right? And it's like when they do pick free speech, they act surprised when they get canceled. I can't believe you guys are doing this. And I'm like, really? You know what the fuck you were doing? And you
had
may
to
not
have an idea.
Exactly. And you know what's acceptable to say. You know it. We on YouTube don't even have that kind of a career. And we know what's acceptable to say on this platform, right? So now when you have millions of people following you, you got to know what you can say and what you can't say. Flash said that's hearsay. KD didn't actually say that. I never said he did, Flash. I'm just saying if that was me, that's what I would be saying. I'm like, yo, we planned to beat LeBron. This is like Roberto said. That's why they got together. They want to beat LeBron.
Kyrie, Kyrie don't like LeBron.
Right. We want to beat LeBron. And now you're fucking around because you don't want to take a vaccine, bro, that everybody in the NBA is going to take, and you don't want to take it for what? For your...
Even Wiggins went out and got it.
Yes. That is correct. And he was saying the same stuff. I'm not going to do it. I don't want to do it. But you know what happened? They said, hey, you know how much money you're going to lose if you don't get it? And he said, give me
Wiggins, you ain't no Kyrie, huh?
Right. Right.
Yeah, you got a point. You got a point. I'm from Canada. Let me get that money.
All right, but I'm going to hop out, though, gentlemen. It was a pleasure being here. I just wanted to chat about that real quick. I'll talk to you later.
Problem.
Have a good show, guys.
You too. Thanks for coming in, bro. But yeah, man, it was, but it's fact, you know? It's weird that private business can infringe on your personal liberties more than government capitalists is weird. Love of money is the root of evil.
Yes.
Depends on what you're doing with the money, though. You know what I mean?
No, the chasing the paper will bring the evil out in you.
It can. 100%. It can. I can agree with you on that.
They say money changes you. Everybody who says no is broke. You know what I mean? Everybody that says no is fucking broke. They ain't rich.
Yeah, you got a good point on that one. Because I was about to say no too, but I ain't fucking rich.
It ain't gonna change me, but I ain't rich, so I can talk all the shit I want to talk.
And we never know, right? Until we get like $50 million in the bank account. I just never know what's going to change.
A lot more of the same gear, you know?
Absolutely. Your personal liberties is spelled out in the constitutions are protecting you from the government. Exactly. MSK. Facts. Broke people say money don't change you. Yeah, you're right. You're right, because I was about to say that. Nope, Anzo, the love of money is the root of evil. Money was always evil because many coveted it. Yes, but money can also be used to do good as well. You know what I mean? Not from a private business. Working for someone is a choice, not a right. That's correct. Eddie Griffin, the lack of money is the root of all evil. Well, yes, that I will agree with, right? People do some dumb shit, they do some evil shit to get the money. But what I'm saying is, when you get the money, you can do good shit with it, you know? And there are people that do get money the proper way. It's just a lot of people don't. So, yeah, I completely understand that. And I'm not saying that it's not the root of all evil. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying at the end of the day, you have the choice to be the person you are, you know. So it's what you do with it. That's what I'm saying. There's a federal vax mandate on businesses, though. That people working in the businesses need to be vaxxed, if that's what you're saying.
Federal, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Federal.
Yeah. Same thing here. They actually just read today that they actually extended the date because there's a lot of nurses and care workers that still aren't vaccinated,
and they're running out of staff.
That's exactly it. There is no way that they can fire all these people and expect business to go as usual.
You know what it is? Anzo? You look in other parts of the world, when the price of gas is ridiculously raised, the whole city shuts down. The government has to give in. They raise the price of food. The city rebels. The government hurts. They have to lower the price of food. Over here, we're sheep. They raise the price of gas. We just talk. Blah, 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 blah. We do nothing. They raise, they lower, they do whatever they want. We just accept it. That's why shit happens to us all the time. That's how they could do this shit to us. Because if you look, like I said, the way they're handling this vaccine makes you, if you're not taking a step back and saying, when have they ever done anything like this?
Never.
Offer rewards to take a vaccine. Threaten employment to take a vaccine. It's fucking crazy, man.
I know. Can't go to a movie. And I said this earlier today, right? On Chris's show. I was like, listen, at one point when I went to the movie, right? They were like, yeah, they just opened up the movies and they're like, you come in, they weren't selling no popcorn to anybody, but you had to actually sit there in the movie with your mask on, right? Through the whole movie. You couldn't take your mask on. Yeah, you can take your mask off.
So
I'm like, okay. Right. So I'm like, why can't they do that for people that aren't vaxxed? Instead of banning them from going, why not just say, hey, if you're not vaxxed, you got to keep your mask on? No.
Isn't that a very good question?
Well, they could do that.
You're never going to get that answer.
Danny was like, okay, if that's the case, why not delegate one theater, right, for people who aren't vaxxed? Why not do that?
They're basically telling us, Anzo, we are never going to stop wearing these masks. As long as this COVID is here. Because you know what? When I first bought my mask on Amazon, right, it asked me, do I want to subscribe? I said, what the fuck would I want to do that, man? You think I want these masks all the time? That was almost a year and a half ago.
But subscribe to what? Amazon Prime, you mean?
Just them sending me the mask without me having to go there every time and buying it. Every month, they're just going to send me a box. Every month, they're going to send me a box. Because every month, I am buying a box for me and my family.
You use the blue ones? Why don't you just buy one like that you can keep and wash?
Them shit don't protect you, yo.
It protect me just fine.
All the power to you, man.
But these masks aren't to protect you though. They're to protect the people around you. This is the mask that I use, and these masks aren't meant to protect you. Even the ones that
those aren't even masks, man. You might as well just pull a t-shirt over your face. That doesn't block nothing.
Yeah, but the masks don't block you either. They block
That's the
you.
purpose of it, Anzo. If you
No, the
go
purpose
under
of the mask.
ultraviolet light, go under ultraviolet light and sneeze with that thing on your face. Watch how
Right,
much stuff flies out.
But no, I have done that. It doesn't. But
Oh
that's what
my God, they show it on the test.
But even this is what I'm saying though. The masks are there to protect the people around you. They're not. These masks, if you want to get the masks that protect you, you need the N9 mask. Those paper masks and those ones that you're ordering, those are not to protect you.
It's not,
those are to protect the people around
listen,
you.
if it's protecting me or the people around me, if you don't care about the people around you, then you just wear any kind of mask because you're not blocking anything. What's the point of putting that over your face if you're not blocking something? That doesn't make sense.
But these masks do block though, bro.
They don't, Anzo. They don't. There's nothing in it. It's like putting your... Why don't they allow you to do this in the store? Hold on, Why don't they allow you to go in the store like this?
They do. I've seen.
No, they don't.
I've seen.
Let the security guy catch you. They'll throw you out. That's not a mask.
I've seen people walk into the fucking store with a towel around their face, bro.
But that's not a mask, man.
I know that, but I've seen them do it, so they allow it.
No, it means he didn't get caught because my friend...
No, bro, the security guard's at the front door.
My buddy walks in the arena with no mask on. Nobody says a word to him.
Yeah, but do they have a guard standing at the door?
There's people all over.
No, but do they have a guard standing at the door? The supermarkets that I go to have guards standing at the door to let you in or not in.
IGA has no guards at the door.
Which one?
IGA.
Which
no
one?
Guards. Anzo, do you understand it's lax now? There's nobody spraying you. There's nobody doing those things now. It's
but they still have the guards at the door.
No, I don't know where you live. Not up here.
I live in NDG. They have guards at the door.
There's no guards. There's no guards. I'm telling you, they are lax. If you go into a store,
you're telling me that a store that I go to every day has no guards, and I see them standing.
No, I don't. I'm telling you, maybe where you go, but where I go, there's no guards. The only place that I've been asked to show my thing is restaurants. Nowhere else.
Because
everywhere else.
Because restaurants and movies are the only business that ask you for that, or if you want to go sit down and eat.
No guards, no nothing.
Right, because you don't.
Laval. That's one of the biggest malls in this area.
Yeah, because you don't need your passport to go into malls.
Guards. You're saying guards. There's no guards at the gate.
Well, I don't know. I haven't been to that mall. But what I'm saying is you don't need your passport to go into malls. If you want to go to a restaurant,
I know malls, anybody could go in. You don't even have to be double vaxxed to go into a mall.
Right. So if you want to go to a movie, if you want to go to a social event, if you want to go to movie, social event, and something else, then you need to show your passport. But
anything seated.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. Well,
like even if you go in McDonald's and you want to sit down in that seated area,
you need to show it.
Proof of vaccination.
Right.
But you can go in there and order your food.
You can go in there, order food, and leave. Yes, that's
correct. Right.
It's wherever you have to take off your mask.
It's
wherever you have to take off your mask.
Get out. Getting 5 cents from the peanut gallery. My daughter told me it's wherever you have to take off your masks.
Which makes sense,
yeah.
But
you said something that I said that makes a lot of sense. And this would make people maybe want to get vaccinated. If you have places where if you're not vaxxed, you can't go, why aren't those people not wearing masks? If everybody in there is double vaxxed, what's going to get us to the point where we're not wearing masks anymore? Because you know now that everybody in that building is double vaxxed. Why are they still wearing masks? And then you won't allow me to come in wearing a mask, and I'm not vaxxed. There's just too many things that don't make sense, Anzo. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good point. That's
why can't you come in? What are you going to do? Take it off and cough on people purposely? What's different about you and us? We're vaxxed, you're not. Okay. That's it.
But if your daughter is correct, then it's because it's places where you take off your mask. So if you go to a restaurant, sit down and eat.
That's how we know they're not double vaxxed.
No, but if you go to a restaurant,
take it off. Yeah.
Right. And if you go to a restaurant and have to eat, right, you got to take off your mask to eat, right? So that's why they don't let you sit down in a restaurant and do that.
What about a movie theater? You said they're not serving any food, so why?
They are now. No, they are now.
Okay.
Yeah. So what happened was the movie theaters were closed, right? And then when they opened them up right away, they were allowing people to come in. This was even before like the vaccination mandate and all that shit, right? So they were allowing people to come to the movies, but they weren't selling food, so you had to keep your mask on. Then I believe they closed and then they opened up again. And then when they opened up again, they were selling food. So now they're back in business. They're selling food. I was going to a few movies where I could just go in there. I wear my mask to go in, get my food, sit down, and I could take my mask off and eat my food, watch the movie. I didn't have to do that, right? Now it's like, doesn't matter. You cannot go in the movie theater without your without being vaccinated. And that's why I said, so if it was okay for us to go to the movies before with a mask on, why is it not okay now? Right? That's
nobody
what,
answers those logical questions.
that's
But
why it doesn't make
they'll
sense.
just
It's like,
keep planting you with illogical information. That's why you have so many people rebelling. It's not because they want to. It's because they're not sheep. And I didn't really do this for me. I did this for my family because my wife is high risk. I don't want her to get sick because of my ignorance. You know, so I did it, man. And if something happens to me, nothing's forever, man. You know, I don't want to sound ignorant, but I had an argument with a guy. I think I talked about it on the show. He was vaxxed and I wasn't. And he threw this comment at me, man, what about your kids? And I was like, how fucking stupid are you? Like, do you think you're going to live forever? You think my kids are going to be more sad when I die because I didn't vax than if I did vax? What if I get in a car accident?
right.
That should never, you know, that's what I'm trying to say. That should never have to be mentioned. And people stoop that low. That's why you'll hear of fights over vax conversations, people not talking to each other, disowning. You know what I mean? Because people just become fucking numb in the brain. They just become stupid and talk out of their ass and don't think of consequence. And think that, you know, they're just going to go on social media and get a whole following. Oh, I talked to my friend and I told him this and this is what he said. The next thing you know, you have 100 people. He's an idiot. He's an asshole. He's an anti this. He's an anti that. It's fucking sad, man. It's fucking sad. What happened to the good old days? Someone talks shit. You went, rang his doorbell. You got shit to say about me? Come in my face. And then he says it. Bam! Conversation's over. There's no likes. There's no thumbs up. There's no sharing other than, did you see what he did to him? Yo, he knocked him out. You think there's going to be repercussions? I don't think so, man. He's got lots of brothers. And that's the end of that. Those are the good old days, eh, Nzo?
Yeah, man. And the thing about it, too, is a lot of people also think that getting this vaccine is not a risk, too. Where I know a few YouTubers who actually took the vaccine. They took one, and then they told them, don't take the other one. Like, your health is at risk. You know what I mean? So there's that, too, as well. Like, there is that. It's natural. It enlarged his fucking heart to the point where he could not take the second one. They told him the second one could possibly kill him. You know what I mean? So there's that too. So people,
do you see what Andrea just wrote?
As much as I've been against getting the vaccination myself for my own risk, I might have to get their vax due to where I am currently living for now.
You mean in the complex you're living, they can force you to take the vax?
I think he means the state.
The state, okay.
Yeah, I think
the
he
state is mandating that everybody get the shot. They can do that.
I don't know.
What happens if you don't?
He'd have to explain. Let me see if he'll come on and explain that before we close up. Because
we always like to get our American perspective on things.
Yeah, for sure, of course. Andre, I'm going to send you the link now. I just got to find you here. There we go. Gotcha. Let me know. Because, yeah, man, For me, I'm just like, listen, man. Again, I'm not against it. If you want to get it, you can get it. I don't want to.
You didn't get yours yet?
Didn't get it. No plans to.
All the power to you, son. Hope
For
you don't
what?
catch nothing. What do you mean for what?
I mean,
I'm just saying all the power.
No. I don't mean you. I mean, for what? What do I need to get it for? That's what I mean. I'm like, for what? What do I need to get it for? Right? So that I could go to a movie. I watched them at home. Man, I used to watch bootleg movies back in the day, bro. Used to go to the plaza and get them fucking cam ass movies and shit. So I have no issues with doing it now. What up, Andre? What's going on?
I just want to say something.
I just want to
get our American perspective on the real. Not that CNN, Fox shit. We want to get it on the real. We get it from the Popo. We get it from Spliff Masters. We get it from all kinds.
I'll just say
what
this.
What up, Andrea? Spliff Master.
I'll just say this. There's a few reputable people on Fox. Just want to put that clearly. That's only a few, but
okay.
There's still questionable.
You got that big R right under your icon. It's all right. Go ahead, son.
I just want to say, I mean, they're still questionable a bit, but they're asking questions that people should be asking and not just following blindly. But what I was like commenting on. Yeah, even though I'm against getting the vaccine for my personal self, my friend's dad is getting an operation soon. So even if they test him, say if they test him, he tests negative, it doesn't matter. He's getting an operation, so there could be complications.
Right.
So as much as I don't like getting the vax myself, I might end up just having to get it
because of your friend. Yeah, go ahead.
My friend's dad. Yeah,
up here. I feel like I'm the filling in between this Oreo cookies of non-vax. But could you tell me why you don't want to get vax?
Personally, I mean, I'm not really religious to be honest. Personally, I'm not really religious to begin with, but the way things are going with this vaccination, the mandating and everything, I disagree with it wholeheartedly. Now, the way with capitalism, the way, businesses, they had the freaking right to force people to get the vaccine, because what Lunga said is right. What he said in the comments, working for a business is not a fucking right. It's a choice, right? It's a privilege, and there's different, meanings between those two. So businesses can kick you out, as much as I can disagree with it.
Well, it's breaking.
I just
the law.
don't. I just
places, don't. You get arrested if it's sharing your opinion. You get arrested, man.
Yeah, I know. And like I said, as much as I disagree with getting the vaccine, like, if my friend's parents were not trying to push me to get it, I mean, they're all vaxxed. Everyone in the household that I live with, they're all vaxxed. They got their 2 shots. Nothing happened to them. All they had was a sore arm. But for me, I just don't want to get it for my own self because I don't trust it. Not with all these conspiracy shit that some people, a very small minority out there that believes that 5G and all that shit, is in it, which. When I first heard that was very questionable, and I'm like, 5G, the fucking 5G technology that's out right now isn't the full capability of it anyways. It's going off of a 4G LTE deal.
O.O.C, yo. That's what we do.
But yeah, I might end up just getting the vaccine anyways, just for my friend's dad's sake. I'm not doing it for myself. I'm doing it for him.
Right.
Because he's retiring soon anyways, and plus he's getting an operation done for his hip, so I can disagree all I want. Otherwise I would have to be moving out quickly.
And let me just answer this real quick. My sister says, how are you talking about this when I got 2 strikes on my page for showing a video on the same topic? Probably because I'm not showing a video, Carla. That's probably why. That's probably why I'm able to talk about it.
In your statement.
but to be honest with you though, I know when
we got shut down before.
Not even shut down. My ads are going to be limited, right? They're going to limit.
You don't remember one time we were talking, and someone said he couldn't find us. This was in our early shows. We were talking about COVID, and then we started calling it the situation,
right?
Because they kicked us off the air. I was like, "What kind of shit is that?" I thought this is a platform.
It is, as long as it follows the rules.
The shitty rules that they have applied.
What is taking LDG so long?
But
with Prometheus, eh?
Yes, man.
And to answer your question,
go ahead.
I just don't want to. I don't want to take it. That's it.
Yeah, trust me, Anzo, if I was in my own living space, like my own place and stuff like that, I wouldn't take it. I wouldn't care. I would not care. But as much as I am reluctantly don't want to get it, I'm gonna have to get it anyways. I might just take one shot.
They put it on the essentials too, man.
They might.
Now you got to order your food from Amazon. You got to order your clothes from Amazon. You got to order everything from Amazon.
That's
hey, you never know, man. Government has done some freaky shit before, right?
I order everything from Amazon anyways, except
you order groceries.
No, but Uber Eats. You can Uber Eats groceries now.
Man,
yeah, you could Uber Eats. You could Uber Eats groceries. DoorDash groceries.
That's some expensive fucking groceries, boy.
Yeah. Well, you get.
In all honesty, I don't know. Listen, I don't know.
You get what you do is you get the Uber Eats passport thing, and then you don't pay the delivery fee.
You don't feel it in the grocery stores lately, man?
Of course.
No, but I mean, like, I'm feeling it hard. Like,
of course.
What?
Bro, there's $20 for a T-bone steak. I'm like, wait,
$22. I'd rather go to the butcher.
One T-bone steak's costing me $22.
That T-bone steak looks weak too, boy.
Yeah.
Looks like it's been sitting on that shelf for a week too long. They just spray painted it and shit, you know?
Yeah. I don't like that either.
Nzo, all I'm telling you is, $150 and you leave with 2 bags? Where the fuck am I doing groceries? Beverly Hills? And then I empty my bags and I'm like, yo, let me check that bill. They must have overcharged me on something, man. They must have put a couple of things in there I didn't buy. How the fuck is this $150?
For real.
It's bad. Price of gas. Everything's going up.
Oh yeah. Gas is going back up again.
In your pocket.
Gas is going up. Everything is going up. Food is going up like sky. Oh, what's more important than food? Water. Water is
Christmas.
Oh, water. Like if people don't have like stocks of water like for themselves, like shortly coming, because there's a lot of shortages because all the manufacturing.
Cali, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I hear you. Water.
All the manufacturing, all the distribution and shit. It's all fucked up. You know.
But where are these guys finding all this water to fucking water their plants, yo? Because you got some huge plantations up in there getting watered.
From the mountains, right? Really, from Mount Shasta and all that, like up there and stuff. Like we get our water mainly like through there and a lot.
Gotcha. And this is a new verse that if you're healthy and you're in good condition, you're not at risk and you're young under your 60s, so you should be fine. Well, that's the thing, right? Yeah,
that's the thing. That's what Chillmonger was saying when he was talking about, when he was being specific about the age group. Like if you look at my age group, which I'm like 30 in that group, if you look at the CDC chart, which is on the CDC website itself, for the age group for survival rate for my age group up until I think your guys' age group, it's at a 99.97%.
Yeah.
Survivability rate. Now, the long-term effects of this COVID and the Delta especially now, it varies person to person, and it depends. If you're healthy, but there has been rare cases within this last year up until now that even some healthy people at my age have died from the virus too. I'm not blind to I'm not blind to this, but it's rare, but it has happened.
Absolutely.
The thing I want to know is, I heard a myth about ganja fighting off these fucking things. Do you guys?
That's what I've been hearing. That's what I've been hearing about that too, Roberto.
Let me ask you.
I've been questioning that.
Any of your friends that blaze? Do you know any of them catching COVID?
Yes.
Yeah, a couple of them actually.
Okay, because none of my friends did, and one of my friends was smoking bong with 2 people, and he didn't catch it.
Oh yeah.
It's
but did they have it though?
They all went and got tested, and they had it, and his family didn't. It's fucking weird, man.
He could have.
He's one of the guys I play hockey with, so he's not.
He could be. But he could be asymptomatic as well, right?
I don't know.
Yeah,
that's
I'm not
true
a doctor,
too,
man. I'm just living life, man. If I needed to know all this shit, I would have went to med school. Fuck. In all honesty, man, I'm not a scientist. I'm not a doctor. Just trying to make it in this world, yo.
Yeah, but this is the thing. This is the thing about the virus. Like people are kind of
What's up,
ignoring
David?
the age group, like resistance to like about this. Like people some people are ignoring this out there about the age group. Like, but it all depends like your health. If you're taking care of yourself, not everyone can take this vaccine. Like due to physical conditions, not everybody needs to do it. But the way they're mandating, everybody, otherwise you can't live your life. That's what's wrong.
The thing
Mandating
I
a
can't
vaccine.
understand about that shot, it's such a small needle. But man, does your fucking arm get sore the day after you get that injection, man. Like you could barely touch it without feeling like you're getting some jolt of electricity. Oh, what's that?
Because I'll
Such a
say
small
this.
needle.
Like I could say this. Like when I took the flu vaccine several years ago, at my job at the time, not the current job I have, but I had the fucking flu for about 2 weeks, like 15 days, and I didn't start recovering until about a couple days after.
So what, they inject the flu in you?
Yeah, like in the flu shot, it has some of the flu in it.
Yes, the
So
flu
that
shot.
way,
Yes.
yeah. So that way, your body, when it reacts to it, like it, fight mode. But ever since I took that like flu vaccine back then, like when I had the flu then, because of the vaccine, I was like, never again will I take a flu shot ever again, and then
And
never
when you get
caught
the flu shot, do you have to take it every year?
I didn't take it every fucking year.
No, it's that the mandate behind it. Like, do you take it once and you're good for 5 years? Do you have to get a shot every year? Like no one said when you get this COVID shot.
I don't know. For the flu vaccines, well, the flu vaccines are like every. Yeah, the flu vaccine, they give it out every fucking year. Now, for them, like for the flu shot being mandated, I never heard of it being mandated.
I don't know. If they're offering it out every year to the people that haven't had their shot, are they sending you some kind of thing like it's your turn to come and get your shot? You get it the September 13th every year?
Nothing.
You
like they can give me all that, but I wouldn't. Like I said, ever since I took that flu shot, I never had gotten the flu since then.
No, I'm still here.
Okay,
he's still there. I see him.
Just checking. Because that happened to me.
But
so, yeah,
I've never caught the flu since then. I'm pretty much a healthy person myself, but when I got the flu from the flu vaccine, I said, "Fuck the flu vaccine! I will never take that again." Now with this COVID, it's a bit different because this was actually confirmed that it was leaked out of the fucking lab. So for anyone that thinks it was not, it's bullshit. It was leaked out. Now purposely, nefariously, that's still been debatable, but leaked out has been confirmed. Now this COVID, it's fucking man-made virus. So that means it's a patent virus that's man-made. It's not come from nature. It was fucking modified. If anyone thinks that they might want to do some research because it was.
Yeah, I hear that, but I don't. I'm not into the conspiracy theory stuff. I'm not 100% sure if I believe that. I haven't really done any more recent research on it, so I will definitely not say anything because I haven't done that enough extensive research. But like you said, at this point, doesn't matter. Like
I feel you, David.
You know what I mean? So
well, the same reason David took it is the same reason I took it.
This is the reason why I'm doing it because my friend's
and a lot
dead.
of people
to be
are
honest,
doing it for that one reason: sacrifice for your loved ones.
Yeah.
And I don't even really know if it's a sacrifice, but I call it a sacrifice because it wasn't my natural decision. I'm not.
I agree with you. I agree with you, Roberto.
Things, like I can't go in the military because I can't be told what to do. I need to assess things and make my own decisions without regret. If I do it because you tell me, more chances than not, I'm going to end up regretting it because you told me, not because I told me.
Right. Yeah, I feel you, man.
Yeah, I feel you because, like, I mean, I work at Carl's Jr. I've been working there for a few years now, but like, there's quite a few medical people that come through that come and order food, and I talk to them a lot. They're on the front lines and stuff, and they're confused as hell what the hell is going on in the freaking medical deal. Like, I know some of them actually got the vaccine. Some are still against it. They haven't gotten theirs, but they're fucking confused as hell of what the fuck is really going on. Like, the stuff that they're telling them and teaching them is like, I mean, I don't want to put Ashley's name in here, but Ashley's been really thorough and informational about the information that she's given out, and a lot. I can agree with, although,
Well, that's the thing. If you want to know information, you talk to people that are in the industry, right? That's why Danny took his, because he spoke to someone who knew about it, right? And he was like, okay, you know what? I feel a little bit more comfortable doing it, and that's why he did it. So
he respects the person and trusts the person that told him.
Right.
No, but me personally, not wanting to take this vaccine, personally, like I was trying to say, I'm not really a religious person, but I don't trust this thing biblically. Because it's like if anyone that's read Book of Revelations and the Bible and stuff like that, it's said like, oh, you'll take the mark either in your right hand, the forehead. Well, this vaccine is neither nor that, but it's trending on the way where it's going. But some people don't want to take it because they want to make that choice of not wanting to take it, and a lot of people don't trust it and don't trust the freaking forcing of vaccinations. Like forcing something against someone's will, it's hard to freaking get someone like to change their mind for that, and especially when people are set in stone on it. Some of those people, you'll never change your mind.
Yeah, I agree, 100%.
What's that shit the first said?
Which one? This one here?
Just let you know that the Alphabet Crew says that we can't use the word female anymore. It's grating to them, but they say you can use it when you're describing a female rapper. What? Who are they? See, this is what I'm talking about, Niferous. Who are they? What kind of fucking drugs are they doing, yo?
Yeah, I don't know.
Wait, hold on. Are you a rapper? Oh, so you're the female. Does that make sense, yo?
I know this. I'm not gonna fucking sit here and listen to this bullshit about I can't say female, or I can't say she, or I can't say he, and I don't even get the true fucking meaning of using these pronouns shit that they keep talking about. And I don't give a fuck to learn. You're a he, he's a she, you know what I mean? She's a she, whatever, they, whatever. That's how I grew up. That's how I knew it. One thing Dave Chappelle said in his special, which I 100% agree with. He was like, hold on. Oh my god, I completely forgot. It slipped my mind. It comes to me that
it'll come back to you.
Yeah, it'll come
from Chronic.
That's it. He said gender
Chronic
is a fact.
Gets you high all the time.
Gender is a fact. That's what he said. He said gender is a fact, and that's 100% true. Gender is a fact. So you can sit there and you can tell people that you don't want to acknowledge that there's a gender, but there is genders. There's male, there's female, genders. That's it. That's all. So facts on so kids in school.
Man. People throwing facts at you, man.
Kids in school, kids be like, "What's your pronoun?" I'm like, "Nigga, what?" Yeah, I'm like,
I would have been like, the only pronoun I want to see is when I'm trying to write a damn essay or write a freaking,
you know what I mean,
paragraph.
This shit.
I don't give a fuck about this pronoun bullshit.
Verb.
Here's a pronoun. Go fuck yourself. Oh wait, that's a complicated one. I'm sorry.
Remember that, Nzo?
Yeah.
Rock used to have these little cartoons.
Yeah.
Pronoun and noun.
And a noun.
That's
and
the
a
right
verb.
way of fucking teaching it. You know?
Right.
Can I use the one? Can I use the word asshole as my pronoun? Because sometimes I am one.
For
like, can I call myself a dickhead because some people think I am at times?
My
how to talk, walk, and be human today. What the fuck? There's so many people who aren't on YouTube. I mean, now you're seeing commercials on TV talking about the YouTube world. It just started. That's how big YouTube is, because it's touching supposedly the real world, because YouTube was another world, right? There's so many people who still aren't in touch with YouTube. When I talk to my friends at hockey, some of them are gay, and I tell them about what's going on, they are baffled. Like, You're shitting me. That's all they keep saying. You're shitting me. You can't say this. You can't say that. You can't do this. You can't do that. Do you know this? Do you know that? They're always blown away.
Mm.
And every time I come to do this show on Zone, I am educated.
So we
Because
do
I
here,
just
brother.
find out something that blows me away all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I feel so old, and I know I'm not. Well, actually, I am.
You're a little older, brother. You're a little older.
You're just
I'm there,
about
man.
what?
I'm there. I could soon start getting free car washes. There was another thing my friend told me. We were like in line. He goes, yo, we're almost there. We're getting those for... I was like, shit. Another 10 years, we're getting all kinds of shit for free, yo.
You get free car washes when you're a certain age?
Yep.
Really?
I could definitely say that for your guys' retirement age. I mean, you guys are not that much older than me.
Well,
I mean, but
Andrea, you look
30,
young, man.
30, about to be 31 this month.
Yeah, you are young, much younger. What do you call much? 2 decades?
Yeah, something like that.
Then you much younger, son. But you know what? Age is just a number, man.
Facts.
To a certain degree.
Facts.
Well, like Flash said, you know you're old when you can get senior discounts.
Oh shit!
Man, Flash,
about
I swear to
seniors,
God,
I mean, Social
man, you
Security
got an
ain't gonna be a
old soul.
thing.
I can't believe a 16-year-old is entertaining us old folk like this, yo. And you were probably 15 when you started.
And Roberto is almost getting those discount guys, just so you know.
Yeah, I ain't ashamed.
Right.
I'm gonna get a shirt with my age on it to be proud of the number you represent. Some people won't believe you. It might even strike up a conversation, but you should be proud of who you is and where you are.
Facts, 100%. I agree with you. And with that being said, guys, we hit a little bit over the 2-hour mark, so we are going to close it down. It was a great show once again.
Look at that, eh?
Yeah, I know. But that's not my fault. I did my research.
No. I didn't say it was your fault. There's no fault. There's no fault in this, you know. If we can work on the fly, we're just as better than we thought, man.
Yeah, that's how we do, bro.
Most guys would meet up. Anzo, let's, our show's at 10. Let's meet up at 7. We'll discuss some of the topics, We'll figure out what we're going to do. No. We don't do that, yo. We hook up at 9:58. He tells me, hold on. This is what it does to me.
I was just fooling around with a woman half age. I could not.
Oh, I was dating a woman. I was with a woman when I was like 20 years older than me when I was like 23.
Nice.
She was like 42, 43.
Peace out, Flash. What were you saying, Roberto, though?
About?
Saggy making a stream about young. Oh, really? Yeah, I gotta check that out. But yeah, you were saying we talk about it and you said this is what he does to me, and then
I got interrupted, man. You know what happens.
It's all good. Anyways,
tough moment.
Hey, real quick, talk to the people about your channel, what you got coming up next, what you plan to do. Go ahead, brother. Finish it up.
Who? Roberto?
Roberto, yeah, Roberto.
Oh, yeah. My show is on hiatus right now. I don't see it being very much longer. F the ego. I got all kinds of material, just not a lot of time to do it. And I want to make sure that when I do it, I'm giving it my all and not doing it because I have to,
Yeah.
I'm always going to be here Wednesday. This is like, there's 3 days that are booked in my week, and it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. 2 of them are hockey. 1 of them is this show. And everybody knows this. So you can know that I'll always be here with my boy and all of those special people who visit us every week, yo. Respect.
Facts. Andrea, talk to the people, sir.
Yo, you guys can find me pretty much like here on, Big Afraid Entertainment's, channel right here. You can find me mainly on MSK's channel a lot. I'll be on there a lot more. You can find me on K-Dots whenever. whenever he does streaming at times too. But you'll mainly see me like if you want to catch me, I'll be on MSK's MasterSwagKing Entertainment's channel. You know, he's the one that he's got everyone together. That got everyone the way there is. Meet each other through his channel a lot. You know, go sub to him, sub to Nzo, Big Fred Entertainments. Go sub to Trendy Mendy. You know, go and support him. You know, get his channel out there, get his name out there.
Still stuck at 80, yo. Even though I went off last week. Damn, what do you gotta do to get an 81?
You know, come on, people. Let's get this man over 100. Let's get this man to 1,000 at least.
You know, that is correct. Let's do that shit. If anybody ain't sub to him. You know what I mean?
Por favor.
Everybody's description is in the description box or on my channel. You can find them there. But with that being said, guys, we are going to close it up. It was a great show. You'll see us next week for another episode of the O.O.C. Until then, peace, love, and hair grease. We out.